Hello, ESS crew. It's Kara Lenorvitz, and welcome back to your fifth week of segment 2. This week is actually stretching over 2 weeks of time because somewhere in there, each of us, including me, has a week off for February break. So we'll talk a little bit about how that's going to work in your schedule this week. As usual, you are receiving a weekly learning plan today that you're going to reference at some point during your work over the next 2 weeks. So just make sure you're using that as a guide. It's going to include some detail beyond what you can see just in the Canvas calendar that will be helpful, including some tips and some additional resources. So make sure you're using that as a tool. Our Thursday synchronous sessions will not happen over this weekly learning plan. They will resume on March 4th at our regular time, and we will continue to meet on Thursdays thereafter. The only reason we are taking a break is because each of the 2 weeks that we're in right now, approximately half of you are going to be on vacation during each one of those weeks. So out of fairness to all of you, we will resume when we all come back together the week of March 1st, and our first meeting together as a class will be on March 4th. Office hours will also resume the week of March 1st. I will be available the week of February 15th during office hours, so you're more than welcome to reach out. And those regular office hours will resume again on the week of March 1st. So upcoming, as you know, February break, as I just mentioned, you're going to be wrapping up Module 6 and you're going to be delving into Module 7. So let's take an overview of that. First, let's look at the calendar so that you have a good idea of where we are and what you need to accomplish in the next couple of weeks. At this point, you already should have completed and turned in your work for Weekly Learning Plan 2-4. If you haven't done that, make sure you follow through with that as soon as possible. Part of that work, of course, includes your DBA for Module 6 and your reflection thereof. Some of you have already completed that DBA this past Friday, February 12th. Some of you are doing it today, February 15th. Once you finish that, make sure you also turn in your reflection. That reflection is going to be your trigger, your entrance ticket to receive the access code for the Module 6 exam. So make sure you finish and turn that part in as well. Today, of course, you are receiving your Weekly Learning Plan 2-5. Please note that the work from this Weekly Learning Plan is due not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, March 2nd. Again, that's geared that way so that each of us can take our February break during that time as well. Again, some of you have your February break during this week that's highlighted in yellow. I will still be working this week, so please know that I will be available by email and for office hours on Tuesday and on Wednesday this week. The following week, however, that starts with the 20th, I will be on vacation, so I will not be available by email or during office hours. And during this whole stretch of time, again, we will not have synchronous sessions. On Monday, March 1st, however, everything returns back to normal, so you'll get again another new weekly learning plan. You'll turn in your weekly learning plan from this week, and we will be back together for a full class synchronous session on Thursday, March 4th. I do encourage you sometime during the next 2 weeks to make sure you're taking some screen-free time for yourself. And again, you should, of course, have your DBA completed for Module 6. So what's on store for this weekly learning plan? Well, one of the things that you're going to start with is your Module 6 exam. So you're going to tie up all that you've understood about geologic time and how we compare and contrast sequence and timing of events in geology using both relative and absolute age dating, and how we can use tools like index fossils to help us further interpret that geologic record. As well, you're thinking about some of the changes that have happened on the geosphere over Earth's 4.6 billion year history, how those changes have in turn influenced the life that could evolve and exist on Earth, and how in turn that life has further changed some of Earth's systems. So you're looking to make lots of connections there between the geosphere, the biosphere, the atmosphere, and the hydrosphere. You're going to continue to think about Earth and Earth systems as you delve into Module 7 as well. You've already done a little bit of work here in terms of ocean properties. This week, you're going to delve in from the perspective of ocean circulation. So you're going to be thinking about how water circulates throughout Earth's ocean basins. You're going to be thinking about water moving both at the surface and deep down, and you'll be looking at both small patterns and large patterns. One of the things that I'm hoping you'll start to recognize here is the parallels that happen between the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So you should see some symmetry there in ocean circulation. You're going to learn a little bit more about some processes like the Coriolis effect, which occurs because of Earth's rotation, that cause some various changes in how that circulation pattern works. Then from traveling around the ocean in 7.02, and you're going to be doing some work mapping there as well, so make sure you review latitude and longitude before you delve into that lab. You're then going to travel to the surface to think about waves and what particularly happens when energy from the atmosphere is transferred to the hydrosphere, and what happens in turn with that energy from the hydrosphere when it interacts again with land, with the geosphere. So you're going to be surfing around thinking about what makes a good surf wave. Let's take a look at the weekly learning. As always, there's a short narration to give you some context before you delve into your work for this week, so I encourage you to read that just to start to think a little bit about connections you might make. You're going to see the learning objectives for this week, reminders about communication and pacing, and then our to-do list. In addition to the work that you're doing this week, I have also included here a link for you to our Pear Deck session from our discussion-based assessment. So if you'd like to use that again as you're reviewing and preparing for your Module 6 exam, that's there for you to do at your own pace if you'd like. You are going to take your Module 6 exam. Please note that you can do your other work first if you'd like a little more time to prepare for that exam. You're then going to delve into ocean circulation. Again, I really strongly recommend before you do the lab where you're going to be going through a virtual simulation of water or bottles traveling around on ocean gyres, that you review for yourself the ideas of latitude and longitude and how to plot those on a map. That's going to be one of the skills that you're doing in that lab, so it's helpful to have a refresher there. And then you're going to delve into waves and thinking about surface water movement. In terms of office hours, a couple of reminders that I will be available the week of February 15th, but not the week of February 20th. And as usual, the helpful resources and a preview of what's coming your way. So to wrap up again, this week you're going to complete 6.05, your Module 6 exam. Again, please make sure that you've completed and submitted your 6.04 DBA reflection. That will be the trigger that allows me to send out to you the access code for the exam. Please make sure you're checking your email on Tuesday morning to make sure you have that access code. If you don't, chances are you either didn't finish your DBA or your DBA reflection, so make sure you follow through on those. You are also then going to work on 7.02 and 7.03. Again, for that 7.02 lab, I strongly encourage you to review the ideas of latitude and longitude and how to plot them so that you are confident with the data you're collecting. And then as you're continuing with that work, see if you can start to make some connections between Earth systems and between waves, which you've learned about before through electromagnetic radiation. Of course, please do make sure you're taking your February vacation. I encourage you to take a week off and away from your computer. If you do need help, please do reach out. I will be available this week via email and office hours, so the week of February 15th. Remember that I will be unavailable the week of February 20th. I'm very much looking forward to all of us getting back together again the week of March 1st. And until then, be well and have a great break.